Welcome to AZMM's Desert Cast. We're recording this January 18th, 2018. Let's just tell you a little bit about ourselves, who we are. We're your hosts, Tyler Danger Deans, and
David Mukai. Just regular Mukai.
just a regular Mukai. Not David Moo Mukai.
Not anymore. Put those days behind me.
Our show, we're going to be getting into a couple of recent shows that happened. Last First Friday, the audiovisual experience down at the Phoenix Art Museum. Then we're going to show you a sample of some of the music coming out of some of our artists, Arizona artists today. Tell you a little bit about those artists. And, we're going to tell you a little bit about some of the new features on azmusicmag.com. Tell you a little bit about what we're aiming to do. And we're going to end it off by telling you about the upcoming shows that you are not going to want to miss.
Yeah.
So first off, you recently went to 2 shows. Which one would you like to start with? Audiovisual experience or the Last First Friday?
Oh, well. I guess the first one first. That's usually a good one. So yeah, I mean, more recently we went to the Phoenix Art Museum's audiovisual experience. All right, it was basically live music at the museum, which is very cool. The acoustics in some of the gallery rooms were awesome. It was a very cool venue for
A lot of reverb in there.
yeah. Some of the louder bands were.
You take a step in there and somebody on the other side can hear the footstep. There's echoes everywhere. I can only imagine what live music would sound in there.
Seriously, some bands were having a hard time, which I kind of felt bad, just because it was kind of so loud and they weren't able to separate the sound completely. But there was a lot of good bands there. Sun Trio was awesome. We stayed watched a few of their songs. Strokes was there, and a couple other, or a lot of other bands. I don't really remember the names, but it was a good time. They were serving drinks, and honestly, it was worth it was $20 to get in, but it was worth it, man. Like, I'll go to the next one for sure.
What were they charging for drinks at the museum?
I didn't drink.
What?
Yeah. I think it was just because I had drank the night before. Usually I try to have as much fun as I possibly can when I go out, but, it was good. I don't, I get into that sort of stuff without it. Plus I had to drive home, so.
Make sure you bring a designated driver next time you go to Phoenix Art Museum. So they have a liquor license then to be able to... How did they do that? That's
I guess so.
pretty cool.
I guess so.
Can I just get alcohol next time I go to the museum?
Well, it was just for they had
Promotional license?
Yeah, I guess. They had bars, like a temporary bar set up.
Oh, okay.
Around the place. But you should go next time. And Christina should.
It's a recurring event?
You know what? I'm gonna try to spread the word, man. I know a lot of people. There was a lot of people there, and so I know they made a lot of money. It was a really good idea. I am assuming that this is gonna happen again.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Be on the lookout for the next audio-visual experience at the Phoenix Art Museum.
Alright, we might have to start a petition.
Yeah, force them to do it. Bend to our will. We are the voting public.
That's right, man.
All right.
That's right.
And then You went to January's First Friday.
Oh yeah, the first Friday. It was a lot of fun. We mainly went for just kind of a relaxing walk around, get some good food, and we did. There's always a lot of good food there, but there was one band in particular. There's always a lot of artists there, but the Color 8 was there, and
Color 8.
The Color 8
What color is that? 8?
is diversity for
Wait.
infinity.
So it's the 8th color. There's only 7 on the spectrum. I see.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, no, they according to them, the color represents diversity, and the 8 represents infinity. No, they're awesome. Like, and I've seen a few posts from them. Like, they obviously go down there quite often. But this last time, yeah, they were doing a sound check when me and my girlfriend walked by, and I mean, we got drawn in with the rest of the crowd, and because it just sounded so good, they were just
The sound check grabbed you.
so yeah, man.
That's pretty impressive.
it sounded good. I mean, and they had a good spot set up too. So
Now you were telling me they have a lot of ability to jump from genre to genre, and sometimes even in songs they're able to just make massive musical leaps.
yeah, I guess they all have different musical backgrounds,
Uh-huh.
and so they use that to their advantage. You know, they're all really talented by themselves, and they're able to work with each other too, and play off each other. And they got that chemistry that's really important for live shows like that. They a lot of fun live. But yeah, man, they were jumping from like hard rock to like some smooth jazz, like some R&B, and then they did some reggae, and it was
Wow,
dope.
that is a lot of jumps.
I mean, they were all over the place. Seriously,
How would you even I like it because one of the things I really don't like is being put in the box and being labeled as a genre, because then you're kind of forced to do things that have been done before. And that, I think, is kind of the deterioration of
Yeah.
music. In the 60s and 70s, there was so much that changed in music, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we didn't have genres and subgenres like that really like just put people in a box. Everything was so expansive, and
seriously,
we need to be looking at our music that way, not trying to label others and get them stuck playing the same things to keep their fan base happy. Fans need to accept, and let bands, go do their own thing. Like, I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on this, but Metallica, like a lot of people say Metallica sold out. They didn't. Because they did the opposite of what the fans wanted, and they made the music that they wanted to do,
That's
even
true.
though it wasn't popular.
That's
even
true.
though the fans weren't happy with it, they were doing what they wanted to do. And, Load and Reload are perfect examples of that. People hate those albums, or the majority of their fan base does, because it's not the traditional thrash metal, but and they definitely don't like Lars playing on pots and pans, but they made the music that they wanted to do regardless of how much money it would make them, which that's a pretty big deal.
yeah, man. That's honestly, I'm still a fan. Like, they were one of my favorite bands growing up, and they were extremely different from they are now. And have you heard their new album?
There's something newer than Death Magnetic.
Yeah, I believe.
I'm surprised I haven't heard about this. This is almost embarrassing. Is it good? Is it different? Does it have Death Magnetic
It's good.
kind of a feel? What is it?
It's good. Honestly, it's the next step in Metallica evolution. It evolves.
Metallution.
Exactly.
Metallution.
It kind of like comes from, you feel like the feeling from Death Magnetic is still there, but you know they're trying new things and keeping things that work. You know they're evolving still as a band. Now that's, like you said, man. That's what a lot of people call staying power. You know they're able to adapt to the listeners. You know.
Mm-hmm. So you see any other good groups? See any cool art down at First Friday?
Oh yeah, man. That's it's always worth going down there to check out. And there's this one artist I've been trying to remember their name forever since since I went down there. It's been a little while, but yeah, I'll have to get back. I'm sure next time we go down there, I'll be able to ask him to if I could snap some shots. You know, maybe we'll get something up on the website.
All right, very cool.
Yeah, we're trying to do more of that too. We're trying to get more art in general up on the site.
So
add to the whole cultural experience. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think it's fair to say the Color 8 was what grabbed you the most from your First Friday.
Oh yeah, man! They kicked ass. Like,
all right.
They had a huge crowd and like 15 minutes of them just messing around, doing so, and then I don't even know if all their band members were there yet. The saxophone walks in like after the crowd is there, and just blows them all away. So I mean, it just kept getting better, and what was really cool was to see everyone rocking out to like different stuff. Like everyone would change their tune with the band, it was cool.
It's very cool. So I think we might as well jump into Second in the Spotlight now. This is where we show off some clips from some songs and introduce some new bands to our listeners. I think since Color 8's on the list and you mentioned them in the First Friday review, we might as well start off with them.
May as well.
So what can you tell us about them?
So the Color 8 is a band that plays mixed genre music due to their different musical backgrounds. And here's a sample of their song Runaway.
When we love, I'll show you things you've never seen before. I'll take you places you've never seen before. Let's take our time, even though.
Up next we have Jet Grind Mob. According to Mr. W, one of the members of Jet Grind Mob, Jet Grind Mob is more than a rap group. We are not interested in being put in a box. We are a progressive group of vocalists planning on building a movement. Here's their track, Every Day.
Can't do the same shit again, not interested fam. Shifting my vision, fluidly moving the best that I can. Smooth around the ends, it's sensational. Loving the way she stick and move. I like my shit, but bitch, if I didn't, you probably wouldn't too. See my influence, I chalk it to favor. It's superficial, but still the issue, it don't matter what flavor.
Last but not least, we have Mouse Dog Bird. According to the website, Mouse Dog Bird's sound is focused around minimalism. Simply structured songs with grand haunting melodies that kick you in the chest. Mouse Dog Bird is simply documentation of life, with all the pain, sorrow, and occasional triumphs. Here's a clip of their track, Proverba, and Pharaoh.
Awesome.
Now let's tell you a little bit about some of the new features in azmusicmag.com. We've got our show calendar up and running. You can go there and pick a day, and we've got 5 or 6 entries.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot. There's a lot always going on.
In Phoenix, it's one of the great things about living here. Like take for instance Oregon. Portland, it's known for their music scene, but on Tuesday at 8 p.m. there's not a damn show in town. And that's one of the great things I love about Phoenix is no matter what, there's something going on. You can always go out, you can always see a show. It doesn't matter when you've got time. If it's during your lunch hour, there's a show going on somewhere if you can go and find it.
Yeah, man, it's a great place to take a date too. Just a heads up, guys.
So if you're looking for a last minute show or any show upcoming, AZ Music Mag is your best bet for a full catalog of events going on. Now, in addition to that, we are also accepting submissions. If you've got a show upcoming, please let us know about it. We'll add it to our calendar, or work with us on it, and we'll figure out how to let your show let the people know about your shows. On azmusicmag.com, we've got free tracks. We've got our audio library of songs that have been painstakingly created by master artists, which are available for your viewing pleasures on our website, azmusicmag.com.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
We're working on doing some exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff with some artists, and we're not just music, we're also art and culture. You can go there and check out some of the street art and other arts that are available online. So here's a little set of some of the shows upcoming. Just a little sample for you. We have Playboy Man Baby, Nanami Ozone, Sad Kid, and more performing at the Trunk Space. That's 1124 North 3rd Street in Phoenix. Friday, January 19th at 6 p.m. It's $8 in advance. You can purchase those tickets at playboymanbaby.com or $10 at the door. We also have Sink or Swim Oasis Unknown release party. They're coming out with a new album you should be checking out. The release party is going to be at the Crescent Ballroom Saturday, January 20th at 8 p.m. It's a 16 and over show. So for our 15 and under listeners, you're going to have to stand on your buddy's shoulders and get in a trench coat if you want to get in here. We're not actually advocating for that. That is a joke. We do not advocate for 15-year-olds to go to 16 and over shows.
But if they can pull it off, then more power to them. Because shame on the security guard who lets in the trench coat double. Oldest trick in the book.
Tickets are $10 and available at Ticketfly for the release party. Special guests include Wives, Sunset Voodoo, Jane in the Jungle, and more.
That's going to be a good one.
This has been Tyler Deans and
David Mukai
here with AZMM's Desert Cast. You guys have a fantastic week.